When hearing the name Stan Lee, maybe nothing comes to your mind, but now listen to words like the Hulk, Black Panther, or the Avengers. All these words bring images of heroes in action movies, according to Mike Murphy's website, Quartz. The man behind all these amazing creations is Stan Lee, who unfortunately passed away on November 12th after being rushed to the hospital. Stan Lee's life can be remembered through how his career started, the peak of his career, and his life after retirement. Although Stan Lee contributes to many major and popular Marvel comics, he started off very small. Lee began working for Marvel, which was then named Timely Comics, in 1939. He started as an office boy, which had him running errands such as coffee or just copying things. He didn't have anything to do with the real comics. Timely was then a small company and it was struggling to compete with DC Comics. But soon in 1942, Lee was given a real job as an interim editor and began his real career in comics. Timely Comics was still struggling financially and couldn't compete with DC. At the same time, Lee also was serving domestically in the military as an editor and a publisher. At this time, Timely then changed their names to Atlas in order to get a new facial and be able to compete with DC once again. It wasn't until the 1960s that Stan Lee got his big break, and the company, which was no longer named Atlas, but changed their name one last time to Marvel, what we all know today. Stan Lee soon became popular for many comics. The first one that he got big was Stan Lee when he co-created the Fantastic Four. These were the first superheroes to have more of a realistic spin to them. They gave people something to relate to. We've all felt defeated and powerless, and Stan Lee showed how even the best superheroes we all know in these comics today have these emotions too. Next, Stan Lee created Spider-Man, which we all also know still today. Marvel Comics was also the first company to combat things like racism and bigotry, and Stan Lee was the main driver behind all this. Lee's comics gained popularity fast, and he was soon promoted to publisher and directorial editor. Lee's last promotion was to chairman emeritus. Stan Lee retired around age 68 in the 1990s, but still continued to work with Marvel. He's famous for making his cameos in many popular Marvel movies. He has been making them since 1989 and will even appear in some movies coming out in the future that have been filmed before his death. Overall, he has made 57 cameos in Marvel movies and even made one in their big competitor DC Comics. Stan Lee is not only going to be remembered for his huge impact in the world, but his kindness towards others and outspoken wisdom. At age 95, he unfortunately passed away, but will forever be remembered. In his own wise words, another definition of a hero is someone who is concerned about other people's well-being and will go out of their way to help them, even if there is no chance of reward. That person who helps others simply because it should or must be done, and because it is the right thing to do, is indeed, and without a doubt, a real superhero.